Your type is what got you on Pop the Balloon trying to find somebody.
You will never tell what makes you wet. You are always going to tell men what makes you wet.
Fatty, you.
The dude was tall, God fearing, all this other stuff, own the business and all that. They denied him.
Ashley, right? That's your name. I don't want to.
Let her be great.
Let it be great. Yeah, I have a stripper name too.
You talking like you got a or something? What
I
you
have
trying
a,
to
but
make
I
up
have
with?
but it's not as looser as yours. Thank you very much. It's not as looser.
Hey,
That's the part that
Patty hurt. Patty needs therapy. We can't get.
I've been on your.
But you, at the end of the day, you just sit behind a screen and you dream about getting. So all you could do is talk about women who you know you can't get.
I don't date women that have less hair than me on their head.
Yeah, I like. Oh, she looks good. She's beautiful.
Do you have any questions for her? She was throwing them all out. Oh, okay.
I love what you had to say, and I wanted to know. But overall, look, I need a taller man. I do. I like a taller man. I like a man who is at least like 6'2", minimum.
Okay.
But I would like to hear what you had to say. Yes. Yes.
That's your preference. So.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think you're dressed very nice. I love everything that you said. It was just off of initial attraction. It just kind of felt like we wouldn't match personalities. I feel like you're very well spoken, and that's really, really good. I'm just looking for someone with a little bit, a little gangster lean in them.
Gangsta, hey.
Just a little bit, not too much. But yeah.
Okay. Why'd you end up popping?
I think that he's really attractive. It's just when I see him, I don't see like my man, So,
All right. I'm not feeling it. That's just not my man. What y'all think about that?
Both.
That's goofy.
I think that whole panel made us look really bad. Like, it's one thing to be like, you know what, you're not my type. That's fair. You're not going to be everyone's type. But to sit there and have to add the extra, it's the hair, it's the this, but then want people to accept you when you're not rocking with the right, it just feel like it's all just for show. I felt like none of that was genuine, and it doesn't make me feel like any of those women are really looking for love. Because if you were looking for love, you would actually listen to what they're saying and base your decision off of that. I just feel like they want clout, and that's what it looks like.
Those chicks are definitely goofy, but I will say this: I think it does reflect what happens on the day-to-day. I think the day-to-day is worse. Have y'all not rejected guys for probably worse reasons?
No.
They were trying to find excuses to disqualify him and not look like the bad guy. That's why she was asking so many. The one in orange was asking so many questions. Do we have felons? Do we have kids? She was trying to see, I don't want to be the bad guy, so I'm going to ask so many questions that you're going to say something and everybody like, oh, you have a felony? You have a kid? Oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that. But he didn't give her no excuse. So now she has to be the bad guy and pop because she was not ever wed. She was never attracted. Look at these videos, right, Jay?
Yeah.
Hey, he's kind of right. You know what I'm saying? What's good? What they do? It's your boy Purple Lips back with another authentic conversation. Hold on now. Let y'all see that real quick. Boy, your boy shaved today. Smooth skin, Purple Lips. Purple Lips, smooth skin. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment which one y'all like more. Purple Lips, smooth skin, or smooth skin, Purple Lips. You feel me? Smooth skin, Purple Lips. I like that one. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's your boy Purple Lips. You know what I'm saying? This was an authentic conversation. Honestly, you saw that it was a little cat dog fight. These guys got back and forth, but honestly, I find value in both perspectives. You know what I'm saying? I find value in both of their perspectives. I appreciate where they were coming from. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, this is like standards really isn't the problem. Unrealistic ones. That's the real problem, you know what I'm saying? So like having standards is healthy, and I feel like for me, having standards is healthy, and it's kind of like it shows a sense of self-worth, you know what I'm saying? And I can understand that from a person, you know what I'm saying? But like both of them went back and forth, and it's at the first beginning of the dialogue. And what I really like is when they start talking about, and what we're gonna get into, we're gonna break everything down. when they started talking about the high school kid or man and female that get looked over, and then then people want to come back, spin a block. You know what I'm saying? When everything is, they want to spin a block when the person when they done got their experience, probably got a baby mama, got a child. You know what I'm saying? After they done been used and abused, you know what I'm saying? They want to come back and be like, "Hey, Tyrone." What? Ah! Nah, man, y'all about to get a purple lip breakdown. A purple lip breakdown. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get right into it, man. Let's go.
He wasted his
Last
time.
dude was kind of zesty. Last dude was kind of zesty. I don't know why.
Yeah, nah, he was. He was.
But that's the point, right? This is something that they will never tell to you. There's two men that they pick on these shows: the guy that makes them wet, and none of them had the bad boy, I'm the villain type of persona. They were kind of squeaky clean, more like, see what I'm saying? And the other one is, does this man look good when I bring him to my friends?
Yep.
And they don't have that.
He's never for the
If
right
those
reason.
men look good, like they are looking at men like they look at bags. Does this bag look good in my arms? Are my woman, are my female friends going to be jealous if I pull up and say, "Oh my God, you got the bag"? If you don't
Just
look good in their arms,
smiling.
they will leave you on the department store. You will stay there until they get 40 and 50 and say, "Oh, you are a doctor? I remember you're right. You were a doctor, right? Oh yeah. I have 3 kids now. You want to go on a date?" That's all that is. You don't pass the vibe check, and they are addicted to the vibes.
Yeah, this guy on paper is a great catch. Granted, yeah, he was a little sassy, but at the same time, he said he loved the Lord. Most women on there say they want a God-fearing man. He was a doctor, highly
Finances in
qualified,
order, all of that.
tall, the whole nine. And all of them said that he was attractive in his own way. Nobody ever said you just not attractive, but then they all said that, yeah, I don't have that oomph. Your oomph is what got you there. Your type is what got you on Pop the Balloon trying to find somebody. So why would you still sit up there and say that it just don't make me that doesn't make sense.
I just think that women look at everything though. They look at everything. The way he was looking around, like when he was talking, I was looking at his eyes. I'm like, yeah, I can see. That's a strikeable offense. You know what I'm saying? Girls look at anything. If you sound zesty, oh look at them shoes. It's like, bruh, nigga, you gotta go, gang. All right, I'm in the back, like, hey, wrap it up. He's not getting nobody. It's over. I'm sorry.
The nigga called her sis. The nigga called her sis.
What you say, Barry?
Well, not even that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the eye contact, boy would look like he was tweaking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The whole time, I'm like, hey man, keep the eye contact. You know what I mean?
He definitely was a little weird.
I can't help him there. I can't help him.
You scaring the ladies, gang. You scaring
Do you
them.
remember
I think he was nervous.
Do you remember the beginning of the show?
I thought this part was actually funny because they're actually right. They're actually right about this because sometimes it's not really about who it is. No, sorry, it's really about who it is that says what they, because two people can say the same message, and somehow one person can be looked at as weird or looked at in a negative content, and the same man with a different man with the same message can be looked at as cute, or they can accept the message a little bit differently, or from the person a little bit differently, even if they're saying the same thing. And it's actually going to show that later on in the video. So I thought that was interesting that they talked about that and it ended up reflecting later on. Yeah, we'll get to it. Let's break this down.
We're saying that
y'all will be nervous in that same position. All y'all will be nervous. Y'all don't know what y'all will do.
But it's how you handle it though. Like it's some people who got a good poker face, but like that was just excessive.
Hollywood,
like,
your ass, you look like you would be sitting there just cheesing, like I don't know what to do.
Oh no, I'm gonna be chilling, man. Like I don't do too much.
Nah, you gonna be smelling your heart.
I ain't gonna lie, I might say some dumb shit.
You gonna be calling them sis?
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say it in Captain.
Say some dumb shit. I
Hey,
get nervous.
that stupid Paris that he gonna be calling them sis.
No, that's out.
My bad. I'm playing.
You guys remember?
Don't do it.
Do you guys remember on the beginning of the show when we were talking about now you don't have to be good and light woman and be a simp, you have to be mean to them and they're actually going to react to you better?
Yeah.
If those two men came on that room with the edge, with the mean the mirror, like kind of clowning a little bit, being more edgy, they are selling the responsible. I graduated type of woman are not attracted to that. They want security, which makes them kind of change their mind. But these people don't make them wet. The guy that makes them wet is the guy that
I
kind
think
of.
I think your statistics are outdated, Betty. Like that's not what we going for in 2025. It's not always a bad boy no more.
That nigga gonna tell you the truth. He gonna tell you.
I'm kind of confused. Who is talking?
Play with you.
Hold on. Hey, South. Hold on. Ashley was talking.
Go ahead.
I was saying I disagree, Fatty. I don't think the perspective that you have as far as how women would respond to the bad boy vibe instead of the just the nigga that we want. That's at the place we're literally in the place to where we want who we want. We're not finna go after no nigga just cause he a bad guy. Like he gives off the hood nigga persona or he gives off the bad boy persona.
And
like
we've
been through all of them. Like we've been through all of them. So
Huh? What does that even mean? No disrespect to that woman, you know what I mean? But let's be real, we're not talking about that. We're saying that you are. I think that he was saying. Sorry, not me. Let me speak from his perspective, and then let me try to understand it from her perspective. You know what I'm saying? From his perspective, I think he was speaking about more on the lines of if the guy is not like really on the if he ain't really got that vibe or whatever, that's what y'all look for. Y'all look for the vibe, the energy, the swag, you know what I'm saying, the way that he dressed and all stuff like that. If he ain't really got that, then y'all really ain't really pressed for him. Even if the man is focused and he's got the height, he's got the right intangibles or whatever, he not gonna even get looked at because maybe he's a little bit more nerdy-ish, maybe he's a little bit more not outgoing. He can't really speak that well in public, you know what I'm saying? But when he speaks to you, you know what I'm saying, he speaks with conviction and he speaks with, you can tell he's serious about how he feels. But you guys will look over those type of guys. And I think those more the lines that he was speaking on. Now I understand where she coming from because you can't say you can't just say that these girls are going after the guy who was a thug. And I don't know what 2025 got to do with anything. I feel like, morally and virtually, things are still the same. Um, um, regardless of the age, as time has passed, as time in the past, you know what I'm saying? Um, Virtually and morally, things don't really change. You know what I'm saying? We have a duty to this world and in our way of living. So nah, I don't really agree with that. But I understand what she's saying as far as like, they're not exactly going for a thug, so to speak, or whatever. But at the same time, you guys don't. You guys do look over men who are looking to take you serious because of the swag or the funniness or the height or the smile or the charisma. Most of the time, it's the charisma. What they would say, the vibe. You know what I'm saying? But as they don't know, men will adapt. Men will adapt no matter what it is. As you guys will see, like what happens is in like at younger ages we all right, so got most guys start off as good guys, but at the same time, there's some rebels out there, and then most of the time, those rebels be getting most of the attention. Those rebels be the knuckleheads, the ones who are who go against the grain, and they're edgy. They got the swag, or they know how to dress. They got the little earrings, and they're 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean. They talk back. They're a little bit rebel or whatever. And then a guy will got the good guys will see that you guys are choosing them and giving them the attention that you want. Like imagine you just having a girl that you've been looking at, and she's looking at the other guy who really ain't got nothing going for himself, but you feel like you're a good quality man. Actually, you are a good quality guy. You're not a good quality guy. We're talking about as kids right now, but you're a good quality kid, and you then get looked at by she's looking at the guy who's all cool or whatnot. I mean, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? That guy adapts. And he realized, okay, boom. That's what I got to do. I got to start being funny. I got to start being a little class clown. I got to start being a little edgy. I got to start buying better clothes, or I got to start using my clothes this way. I gotta start talking to them disrespectful. I don't gotta show them respect. I gotta actually show them disrespect for them to give me attention, and that actually does work most of the time. Unfortunately, unfortunately, most of the time that's what works when you treat a girl like you are above them, really. And they probably don't like that, but that's the truth, man. And vice versa, man. I ain't gonna lie, girls get the same way. Sometimes we treat the girl, we give the big booty girls, the girls who give us attention, the ones who showing everything. You know what I'm saying? They all provocative, and they got all the stuff hanging out at young ages, and we give them all the attention. And the next thing you know, young shorty had she got with the program, and now she dressing like that. We be trying to give them attention, can't try to spin on the block. They're like, can't do it, homeboy.
Jay, can you? I think it's Kelly and your co-host. If you go to the settings on the sound settings and you tag all the three boxes, the rabbit thing probably is going to stop because of the rabbit.
Let me fast forward through that.
My stripper name is Fatty. My woman will never. Ashley, right? That's your name. Let it be great. Yeah, I have a stripper name too. Is Fatty. My stripper name is Fatty. My name is Claudio, but you can call me Fatty. It's my stripper name. So, a woman will never tell a man what makes her wet. She will never say, "Yes, I want a guy that."
No, false. I tell him exactly what makes me wet, and I expect him to do it.
Okay, so think about it, Kelly. A woman is going to tell a man what makes her happy. I want a responsible man, an honest man, a man of God that has a house and has a job. Those things make her happy. It don't make her wet. You know what makes us wet? The man with the edge, the man that is aggressive, the man that is assertive, the man that puts his foot down, the man that knows what, the man that knows how to grab you. That's the man that makes you wet, and you will never go, and you will never going to tell the man that you want. You're never going to tell to the man. You know what? I like a man that ignores me a little bit. I want the man that doesn't send me a message in the morning, Grand Rising Queen. I want to miss him. You will never tell what makes you wet. You are always going to tell men what makes you wet.
Fatty, you talking like you got a coochie. You got a coochie or something?
Exactly.
You got a
We
coochie.
gotta know y'all to get y'all.
What you trying to tell us?
It's totally fine. And 1 second, lady. I have a coochie, but it's not as looser as yours. Thank you very much. Your coochie is a little bit looser than mine, but we both have coochies. Yours is just wider. It's just bigger.
Yours wider.
You argue with
I don't get coochie. I don't get coochie. No, it's fine. Let's have a conversation.
Who you want to get coochie from?
Hey, lady, I don't get coochie. You get all the dicks. Congratulations.
Letty is not my name. Let her be great is my name. And I don't.
Yes.
If I could, and if I wanted to, I would. But you, at the end of the day, you just sit behind a screen and you dream about getting coochie. So all you could do is talk about women who you know you can't get coochie from.
I don't date women that have less hair than me on their head.
You know what you sound like? You sound like Gru. You sound like Gru from Despicable Me. You sound like Gru from Despicable Me.
Call the ambulance, but not for me.
Call the ambulance.
That's a tight argument.
You don't want to do that. You don't want to do this, leather.
But leather. Remember
we need to put subtitles. We need to put subtitles.
Don't do it. I would do it if I was you. You are dangerous territory.
Let's upload some subtitles because I don't know what he's talking about.
Let's get back to the conversation at hand. Who had the last argument?
So leather. What I'm saying is this: we played a video before, right? With the famous lady. I don't know her name like that, but the famous lady, and she was having this problem, right? And y'all was saying that we not women. Y'all not women. Y'all don't even understand. So basically, that dude, that shows you, right? Just a little bit of it. It just shows you women nature, right? The dude was tall, God fearing, all this other stuff, own the business and all that. They denied him. I told you that women like liars. Women like the dudes that can get the women that's buff out here, tattoos. You know what I'm saying? With a little gangster lean. They like that. They might not tell you, but look at their actions. Women like that shit, bro. I'm not saying it because I'll do it. I'm saying it because that's the truth. This is what I've seen. I'm not telling you it because I like dogging women out, but if they want to be dogged, they get dogged. You feel what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that it shows you that men know what they talking about when they say that women don't want these dudes. These I want an honest man that's gonna tell me the truth, that's gonna do this. No, hell no, they don't. Because that dude would have been picked. That was a good dude. That was a good dude. He was weird, but that was a good dude.
I agree.
I be shutting them down.
Yeah, I agree too.
I be shutting them down, ain't I?
No, you was cooking, man. What you think?
Yeah. I mean, most definitely, man. At the end of the day, you know, I thought this was like a healthy, authentic. Well, it wasn't all the way healthy, but you know what I'm saying. These type of conversations, when we're talking about men and women standards, you know, it can get a little bit edgy. It can get a little bit heated. So, you know, I can understand why things had turned the direction. But healthy dialogues like this help us grow at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharper irons, and conversations help us reflect and refine, and then ultimately we grow at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And like for me, I feel like men and women, to me, this said to me that most men and women are both trying to be chosen for the right reason. Basically, men want to be respected, and women want to be valued. You know what I'm saying? We can find a way to make our women feel special to us. Make, you know, it doesn't have to be special to the world, but to us, she feels special. She feels like beyond the world to you. You know what I'm saying? And if men could do a better job at that, and women, they could do a better job at appreciation, showing appreciation to your man, you know what I'm saying? Then I feel like healthy homes and relationships can be developed and built again. You know what I'm saying? And healthy conversations like this are great. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was a healthy conversation. It was important for us to have. It's like shows like that was like, I mean, well, it wasn't a show, but you know what I'm saying? It was a conversation, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I felt like, man, let's have more talks like these. Let's refine our perspective. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep working towards our family, the loves of the loves of our lives. You know what I'm saying? Family values, holding each other accountable, and you know, emotional maturity. That's like let's go back to the old fashioned way, so to speak. I guess I want to say. You know what I'm saying? Now, if y'all like that, if y'all like that video, that conversation, that's what I was gonna say. Y'all go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. You know what I'm saying?